Welcome back, 111 Dwellers. Real quick, you guys, I am Sovereign, and I want to thank Jax real quick for letting me know this in the comments of my one of my videos about legendary weapons. He mentioned to me that you actually don't get the same exact legendary weapon each time. It's a roll for finding the enemies, but apparently it's also a roll for whichever weapon you get. But nonetheless, these videos are still helpful because they will show you where these enemies spawn, because from what I understand, these spawn locations are set. It's not random around the whole world. And B, you still at least know some of the items in the game that you want to shoot for, so you can see some of these legendaries and maybe you can decide you want to go for them. Alright, so thank you, MJax, very much. The comments, the feedback. The channel's been growing pretty well these last few days. People are really liking the stuff. Thank you, guys. That is so freaking awesome. And it's like reinvigorated me and re-excited me to do this. And I'm having a blast making these for you guys. You guys just let me know if there's anything else you want to see that I'm not putting out, and I will look right into it for you. But let's jump in. Let's jump in. So here we are in the big city, and I'm going to show you guys on the mini-map here where to go. But we find the Junkies missile launcher, and this is pretty cool. I'm not going to use it myself because I personally don't partake in the chems, but it does increasing amounts of damage based on how many withdrawal effects you are suffering. So if you use chems and you get addicted a lot, this will be a really good weapon for you guys. And, you know, again, I don't really partake in the chems. I use Rad X and Rad Away, but I don't even know if those are considered chems particularly. But anyway, let's move on. There it is. We are in next to Layton Town by the Dartmouth Professional Building, and quite a few of these are going to be here, actually, in this general area. So there we are again by Layton Towers. I said town. Layton Towers, and, yeah, we've got the Toy Factory nearby as well. There's Sanctuary. And here I found a legendary super mutant brute on this roof. This is the Toy Factory. I can't remember the exact name. It's
Gotcha,
it's hard to remember. I don't remember exactly what the name is, but anyway, we got a super mutant on the roof here, and he's a legendary. What you have to do is you actually have to make it. There it is, Wilson Automatoys corporate headquarters. You have to make it all the way through this building and get to the top, and then there's a door that you can exit to get to the mutant if he spawns, if you're lucky enough. Again, I'm playing on hard mode, so I have a much higher chance for legendary enemies and loot to spawn. But anyway, guys, you're going to have to get into this building and make it all the way through the building, which is actually pretty difficult. I died quite a few times doing this, actually. There's some tough guys in here, so be careful working your way through the building. But let's move along here. So we're going to get into the building here in just a second. I am dubbing over the gameplay here. There we go. And here we have another legendary guy. There he is. Legendary Super Mutant Brute. You can just see he just mutated and got all of his health back, that son of a bitch. And this guy, he doesn't drop some terrible stuff either. He drops some pretty good loot. I'm finding some really decent stuff. And again, I mean, it might be different than what you get if these guys spawn, but again, if you see anything you really like, you know what you can shoot for, and you know what the game is offering. So there we go, the Duelist's metal right leg. You have a 10% chance to disarm melee attackers on hit, which is pretty sweet, I have to admit. I've been finding quite a few more melee attackers, actually. I would have thought they would have more guns the further I got, but no, they're they're coming at me with melee. And here we go, the guy on the roof after making it through. Temporarily slows time during combat when you are at 20% or less health. That's the Martyr's metal right leg. This is actually really awesome. I did equip this, and actually one of the legendaries I'm going to show you in this video, you'll actually see this item take effect while I'm fighting the monster that I get it from. So that's really cool. Here we are in this facility. If you go and you get a side quest. I don't want to spoil anything. You basically get a side quest from the Brotherhood of Steel. That's as much as I'll say. And in this building, you find the junk jet. It's basically the same idea as the rocket launcher from the other Fallouts that you could find a schematic for and make. It does shoot junk, and I will show you here in a second how it shoots junk. Here we go. I equip it. I'm going to put some stuff in it here. You just hit the reload button square in my case. Load a wrench into it, why not? And then we gotta find something to shoot at. I just wiped out all the synth enemies in this room, so I have to find something to play target practice with. And there we go. I shot down that fan like it was my... Anyway, guys, So after you're done with this side quest and you come outside, you've done what you need to do, blah, blah, blah. This side quest is kind of big. It will take you a while to clear this place. But anyway, after you get out, this guy's going to basically tell you that you're friggin' awesome. And I know. Thank you, sir. And he's going to give you this, the Righteous Authority. Critical shots do double damage. And your critical meter fills 15% faster, which sounds decent, but it's actually amazing. I can fill my critical hit meter with this gun in 5 shots from empty. It's crazy. And then, of course, executing that critical does double the gun's damage, so it's pretty fucking awesome, you guys. A really good gun, especially if you like energy weapons. Alright, we're going back to the Dartmouth Professional Building. Now, this is not exactly at the building, but it's right next to it. You see we've got another legendary super mutant brute here. He mutates, restores his health, but it's no match for my authority, my Righteous Authority. That is actually what I'm using right now. I'm using Righteous Authority. Watch how quickly my critical meter goes up. Look at that. 2 shots from halfway. And execute critical and finish him off. And there he goes. Luckily, there was a super mutant suicider over there I was able to shoot. That helped me out a lot because it took out, as you see, 2 of the other super mutants. It blew their legs apart. They were crippled. They couldn't even walk anymore. There we go. This is pretty sweet. The Enraging 10mm pistol. Critical hits can have a chance to make the target frenzy. Well, actually, it just says they cause the target to frenzy, so I guess it's not a chance. I guess it just is. So that's cool. If you can execute a critical hit on a target without killing them, and they're near other enemies, they could frenzy and start attacking their own. So that is pretty damn sweet, I gotta say. Okay, this. As I walk through the city, I randomly hit VATS just to check if there's any ghouls laying on the ground. And my VATS connected on this, and it says Swan. This is really cool. I was like astounded when I found this. It's really, really cool. This is very close again to where I just showed you the last legendary item was that the super mutant dropped. It's very close, just down the street from it. So again, these are all very close proximity, so I'm not going to show you the map for this. So his name is Swan, and I'm like, what the hell is this? I thought it was a Mirelurk, but no, it is a massive super mutant. And yeah, I'm going to show you guys the whole little fight with him because maybe you'll need help. He's large. He will throw rocks. I recommend just, you know, weaving in and out of the fence line, bobbing around, and then just taking pot shots at him. Grenades, if you've got them. Any other explosive weapons, if you can cripple his legs or any of his limbs, that would definitely help you. I didn't manage to do that, but as you can see, I mean, I was pretty much just using his size against him. I was running through narrow areas, and this was actually the very first time I ran into him. This is the first battle I had with him. You should have heard me. I was like, oh no. I was freaking out, but it was awesome, man. It was a great find, really cool. And again, keep weaving in and out of the fence lines. Don't get too close to any of the buildings or the water itself because it's highly irradiated. One of those buildings will put you 30 rads a second, which is pretty freaking high. So I almost lost my shit right here, man. He was coming. But, yeah, use the dude size against him and, you know, weave in and out. You'll see I'm getting some rads right here by the building. So I had to get away as quick as I could. We almost got him. Drop another grenade on the ground. Run towards the gazebo. And you see this. Time is slowed down. I hit less than 20% health. So that martyr chain leg armor, whatever it was called, I can't remember. But anyway, that kicked in, and you'll see everything slowed down for like a good 5 or 10 seconds. Really sweet. And that definitely helped me out because you can still shoot at full power, full speed. And here we find the Furious Power Fist. It does increased damage after each consecutive hit on the same target. That is sweet. And that is definitely going to be something to look forward to if you can find it. And he's got some other decent stuff on him. Great items for scrapping to get some salvage from. Really good find. I just completely stumbled on this guy by accident. I want to point out to you guys, I do not look up any of this stuff online. This is all self-found, I promise you. So right next to the park, we have Park Street Station. Basically, this I found this going to another side quest. And you see we've got a legendary Trigger Man right here. Mutates, gets his health back, does more damage. The same old story we've now heard a million times. But he's really not too difficult to take out. In my combat tips video, I show you guys how to use the the contextual lean. That's what I'm doing here, and it's very, very helpful. You can see I'm kind of leaning in and out of that wall. Contextual lean is in the game, so it works. You can use it, and it will help save your life, so use it. So anyway, I'm looking for him, and I thought for a second there the game glitched out and didn't like have him show up anyway. I thought the game completely like dropped him through the map or something. I was gonna be really pissed, but no, he's there, and there he is. I spot him. The Martyrs synth chess piece. So I actually have a synth chess piece on at this very moment, and this one is a Martyrs piece as well. That Martyrs signifies that it's going to slow time down when you're at 20% health. So I'm able to swap out that leg piece and go to something more powerful that offers me more protection, and put on that synth chest piece instead, because the synth armor is really, really good, at least at this point in the game. So here we are, Park Street Station again. There is a vault down here at Park Street Station. I won't spoil the story or anything or why I'm down here too much. You're going to see a few things though, but again, you shouldn't figure out too much here. But yes, you get a quest, a side quest in Diamond City, and you have to come down here as part of that side quest. And yeah, you will find some good stuff in here. There's a ton of salvage. I would recommend maybe making 2 or 3 trips, honestly, because you can find tons and tons of weight worth of salvage. Here we go. We have a speech bobblehead. Now all of the vendors in the game permanently have 100 more caps for bartering, which is nice because most of the ones I find have only around 250. So I can only offload a few chems, and that's about it. So that's nice. That is very nice. Then within the same vault, we find a magazine, which gives you an additional 5. So that's it, you guys. I hope this was helpful. If you liked it, if it was helpful, give it a thumbs up. Go ahead and subscribe while you're here, too. Thank you so much, you guys. I will see you very soon.